Okay, so what happens when you've been putting in the work and then it doesn't show up tomorrow? Are you gonna quit because now you don't feel motivated because you're not seeing any results? Stop waiting on motivation in order for you to reach your goals, because motivation is not going to get you there. Not motivation alone. Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna be talking about the differences between getting to know yourself versus actually being aligned with yourself. And then I'm gonna share a little bit of my personal practical tips that I'm using right now to be aligned with myself. But before we get into that, if you like the video or find any value from it, please leave a like or a comment down below. And if you like the content like this on this channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram right down here on the screen below, and we're gonna get right into it. So I don't mean to be that person or whatever that uses the word alignment a lot, but you're gonna hear it a lot more from me. I know it can be like a buzzword and it can be annoying, being aligned, doing this, doing all of that, but alignment is something that really matters in our life. Besides confidence and self-love, even in order to have those things, just have to be aligned. And alignment is important because alignment is showing us the best version of ourselves. And if we say that we want to be that person, we're going to strive to do anything to get there. So one difference between getting to know yourself and being aligned with yourself is when you're getting to know yourself, you are actually learning. You're learning what you like. You're learning your dislikes. You're learning the things that trigger you, the things that make you sad, the things that make you happy. You are learning a lot about yourself. Even in this process, you're learning how to love yourself again. You're learning how to build your confidence. You're learning everything. And when you're aligned with yourself, you have all of these things, then you actually start to put in the actions to match that. So say, for example, your best self loves slow mornings or whatever. If you like slow mornings, which I don't personally, I'm not a morning person. If you like slow mornings, that means you're gonna set aside the time to have a slow morning. It's not just, oh, I wish I can get up in the morning at 6 a.m. No, you're gonna get up at 6 a.m. So the difference is you can like to get up at 6 a.m. in the morning, but are you actually gonna be aligned with the person that you wanna be that actually does get up at 6 a.m.? I have mornings where I get up at 6 a.m. I have mornings I get up at 5 a.m. I have mornings where I get up a little bit later. But if we wanna be the best version of ourselves, we have to start operating in that now. We have to start being that person today, because we are, but we have to do the work to manifest that into our current reality. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna call back your energy. You're gonna call back your energy from people, places, things, thoughts, emotions, everything. You need all of your energy back to you so you can focus that energy on becoming the most aligned version of yourself, becoming the best version of yourself. You need all the energy in the world. You don't have time to worry about opinions. You don't have time to worry about toxic people. You don't have time or energy to entertain negative thoughts and self-doubt. You don't have time for any of that. You need to focus all of the energy on achieving your goals, building systems and things that work for you to become this person that you want to be. How can you be this person that you want to be if you're constantly focused on the past? In my other video, I was talking about how if you're too focused on the past, that's going to be your present. Now you're stuck in the past. If you're worried about other people's opinions or the things that you feel like you can't do, you're going to be stuck. What matters more, other people's opinions and expectations, or what you want for your life? Because the most aligned version of me, my best self, I don't care about what other people have to say about me. I don't care about meeting expectations. I don't care to hold on to toxic people. I don't entertain the past. I don't do any of that. I'm going to call my energy back to me. And you will feel a lot lighter when you stop putting your energy in places where it does not belong. Your energy belongs into you. That's why you're tired. That's why you're unmotivated. That's why you're sad and depressed, because you're too worried about other things that do not matter to who you are trying to become. I'm not saying to be cold or anything, but you just have to prioritize where your energy goes and use it for the greater good of yourself. Then this is the part where you ask yourself what it is that you want. What is it that you want out of life? Do you want success? Do you want love? Do you want peace? What is it that you want? Success, peace, love, family, all of that stuff looks different to everybody, but it's only up to you to decide which version of that you want for yourself. And it's very important to ask yourself this question, because a lot of the times we start to chase another person's version of success. I think I got caught up in that one time, trying to emulate somebody else's formula to try to get my life together and get it together how they said I should. But that's not the life that I'm meant to live. It's not what felt aligned with me. And obviously it didn't work. So if it doesn't work for you, let it go. Don't keep trying to put more energy into things that don't feel right, because you're only gonna feel worse. And like I mentioned in my last video, when we are trying to meet society's expectations, our parents' expectations, whoever, and live a life that they feel like we should live, we are losing ourselves. We get separated farther and farther from that person that we want to be. That's how we don't know what our purpose is. That's how we get caught up around the wrong people, in the wrong places, in the wrong environment. That's how we lose our energy. That's how we lose our spark, because we are not aligned with the people, the places, the things that we're supposed to be aligned with. We're not aligned with the actual path that we're supposed to be taking. I could come on YouTube and talk about literally anything, but if it doesn't fit right with what I feel is my purpose, I can't do it. There's so many videos y'all probably have not seen because I've deleted them because they did not feel right. What we do has to to fit, and it has to be what works best for us. We can't try to emulate somebody else's formula. So ask yourself what it is that you want, and then we can start to map out a plan in order to get to that place. So being aligned with yourself, like I said before, is where your actions start to match the beliefs, the desires, the wants, and all the things that you want in your life. It starts to match up. And whenever those two things aren't aligned, when they're not matched up with your actions, that's when you become stuck. But in order to stop feeling stuck, you have to start embodying what it is that you want to become. Like I said in one of my other videos, the things that you're becoming right now is your best self. But in order to actually fully manifest that into your reality today, you have to start operating like that person today. My best self is a YouTuber who is consistent, who has a certain amount of subscribers. But what does she do in her day-to-day life to have that and to maintain that? She has to be consistent. She has to be disciplined. She has to make quality content. She has to stay on top of her A game. These are things that she has to do. And don't get stuck up in the goal or whatever and thinking, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. Like, I know that I have to do all of these things, but I don't know how to do it. We're going to get into that later. You don't have to have everything perfectly planned out, but it is important that you do start to make a plan. I feel like I struggle with consistency a lot for that one reason, because I never knew how to make a plan. I never knew how to really set goals. It's like I could set goals and be like, oh, I want to reach this many subscribers by this time. Okay, well, how do you plan to do that? I had no clue. And because my energy was also in so many other places that it wasn't supposed to be, I had no energy or motivation to even think about what the plan should be. I didn't understand that we're supposed to break the goals down into everyday actions in order to reach that goal. To me, it was more of like, okay, let's just do whatever and see what works. Yeah, that works for a little bit, but then you become burnt out. And trust me, I've dealt with burnout a lot. And I'm trying not to get back to that space because I'm not the consistent person that I need to be. I'm not disciplined. I don't feel the energy because I'm burnt out. When you're just throwing things and hoping that it sticks, you're spending too much energy. You're wasting energy rather than sticking to one thing, figuring out a plan and a system to make that thing work, and then you reach the goal that you wanted to reach. That's why we have to learn how to manage our energy. And I might make a video on that. I don't know. And like I said before, because I was spending my energy on everything else, then I started to rely on other people or hearing a video giving me motivation. And one thing we have to understand is that motivation is fleeting. Motivation comes and goes. You can see somebody with a stack of money and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put that on my vision board and then I'm going to become that tomorrow. Okay, so what happens when you've been putting in the work and then it doesn't show up tomorrow? Are you gonna quit because now you don't feel motivated because you're not seeing any results? Because that was definitely me at one point. I've definitely got caught up in that trap. And it also really just takes being serious in your life and really wanting to level up and be that person that you wanted to be. It takes a lot of different factors. It's not just one day you wake up and you're deciding you're gonna be disciplined. I mean, it is that, but it's also a lot of inner work too. And inner work also manifests into our reality. So if you are doing the work, or if you're not, it's gonna manifest into your reality. Because I've been doing the work, yes, I've lost friends. Yes, I don't do the same things I used to do anymore. There's a lot of stuff that has changed, but that's okay. So rely on doing the things that feel best for you and focusing that energy back onto you, and to stop waiting on external validation from people, and to stop waiting on motivation in order for you to reach your goals, because motivation is not going to get you there. Not motivation alone. You need motivation amongst a lot of different things. And all of these things will set a foundation, a strong foundation for you to become the version of yourself that you want to be, and to actually be aligned with that person. So right now I'm on a 30-day hard, and I'll make a video about that in the future when it's over. Right now I'm about 3 weeks in, I believe. It'll end on September 14th. And this has really been helping me with achieving the goals and to start building up that discipline. Because like I said, I've always struggled with discipline. I've always struggled with motivation. But I understood that motivation is not the thing that I need to be building my foundation on. I need to build my foundation on doing it because it needs to be done, doing it because I want it to be done, and doing it even when I don't feel like it. I never feel like doing the things that I have to do, but I'm doing them because the version of me that I want to be is the person that does it even when she doesn't feel like it. She does it because she wants to. So what you're going to do is you're going to set your goals. You can have the biggest goals or the smallest goals. Personally, I'm on a 30-day because, for one, I'm not good at setting a huge goal and then reaching it, because if I don't reach it, then I feel like trash. So I have to give myself grace and start small. So you're going to start with a small small goals. So 30 days, and then set your small goals. Do some things that you're gonna do for the next 30 days. Some of the things that were on my list, like go for walks twice a week. I can't go 5 times a week because I wasn't going one day. So I'm not gonna just jump to 5. I'm gonna start with at least 2. I can't say that I'm gonna post 3 times a week when I don't post 1 time a week, right? So I have to start with 1 time a week, and once I get comfortable in doing that and I build that muscle, now I can start to add or remove things to make my system work better. Start with 30 days, start with 60 days, however comfortable you feel. Set your goals and then break those goals down. How are you going to achieve those goals? And that's what you call your steps, your system. And when you have that system underneath your discipline and doing it when you don't want to do it, this is how you keep things flowing. So for example, I'm the type of person, my goal is, okay, let's post once a week. So for me, I film twice a week. I have certain days where I film, I have certain days where I edit. So by the time it's time for my next post date to come around, I already have the video scheduled to post, but I'm also already filming and editing on my next video. But that's because I'm staying on top of my system. That way I don't burn out. That way I don't have to stress. And even in between these times where I'm working and filming and all of that, if I feel tired and I need a break, I can take a break because I've afforded myself that luxury to do so. So building that system is what helps me keep going. The system is going to be the things that you do every single day. And no, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be very boring. You're not going to feel like doing it, but you have to do it. Sometimes you have to treat these things kind of like a job, because you're not just going to go quit your job. You're not going to be late to your job. You're going to do your job. So even if it is a passion, say for example, like me doing YouTube, I have to treat it like it's my job. I love to do it, but it's my job. I have to do it. And not have to and like, oh my God, I dread doing this. But it's like, in order to be the person that I want, the version of myself that does YouTube, she does it well, she does it consistently, I have to operate in that right now. My thoughts have to match up with my actions, because like I said before, your actions reflect your thoughts and your actions create your reality. So if you're doing nothing, you're not going to get anything. If you're thinking negative about yourself, you're not going to do anything. So you see how the cycle works? That's why it's important for you to pour your energy into doing the things that are working for you. No negative thoughts. No, I'm tired. Oh, I should do it tomorrow. No, you're going to do it today and you're going to do it well. But when you start to align your thoughts, your wants, the desires of your life with your actions, and then that starts to manifest into your reality, then you build self-trust. That's how you're really building self-trust. It's like a muscle that you have to work every day. Then you start to really build that confidence. And then most importantly, you build that discipline, because this is what you truly want. And when you become that version of yourself that you've always seen yourself being, you're going to be so proud of yourself. Even though I'm not where I want to be in life, I'm still proud of who I am today, because I got up and I decided to do something. I'm embodying the person that I want to be today. No negativity, no bad thoughts, working even when I don't feel like it. I'm doing what it is that I say that I want to be in my future. I'm doing it today though. There's no perfect time to start. There never will be a perfect time to start. You won't have it all figured out at first. You won't be the best at it. But the only thing that really matters though is that you show up for yourself. You have to. And when you get to the end of your 30-day hard, or the end of your first week that you scheduled out, see what works. Do check-ins. See what needs to be changed. See what you can remove. See what you can add. See how you can improve. That's what big companies do. They have to have quality assurance. Like, they have to make sure that things are working well for their business to run well. So you do the same thing. For me, I had to change some things in my system. Okay, I can't be editing late at night, so I need to get my editing done during the day, because if I'm tired, then I'm pushing my editing back. Now I'm not meeting my deadlines, right? So it's just like, see what works, see what doesn't, and really start to build your system up that works for you, to where it doesn't even really feel like work. I'll make a whole separate video on like my 30-day hard and all of that, but now that I've had this system, it feels so much easier. Even though sometimes I be tired and I don't be wanting to do it, I still get it done though, but it doesn't feel as hard as when I was just going off of motivation and filming whenever I felt like it and just seeing what works and what doesn't. Now I have a plan. Y'all, I love the clarity. I used to be like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't have a plan, but I really know what it is I want to do now. I have the clarity. I know exactly the steps that I need to take to be the person I want to be, to live the life I want to live, and to have the things I want to have. I know it now. And there's no better feeling than being free and having that clarity. I promise you there's not. So what you can take away from this video is you need to have discipline. And to have discipline, you need to build a system that works. Make sure that you are taking and adding things to your system to make sure that it runs well. Understand your wants and your needs and your desires for your life and the person that you want to become, and start to put in the work to match that. And that's how you become aligned with yourself. Just try it out for 30 days and see how much better you feel about yourself, because I promise y'all, like, I feel so, I guess, alive in a way, because I'm actually doing the things that I want to do, you know? So I feel a lot better about myself. It's really boosted my self-esteem and confidence a lot because that discipline was whooping my ass, yo. I can't even lie. But that is pretty much all that I have to say for this video. If you found any value from it, please leave a like or a comment down below. Make sure that y'all follow me on Instagram right down here on the screen below. If you have any more ideas or anything like that, or you like more videos like this, please let me know. And if you like content like this on the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Try that system out for you and see how it works for you, and y'all come back and y'all let me know how it goes. That's pretty much all I have to say, and I'll see y'all in my next video.